What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com, the place you go when you want action-packed content related to helping you grow your app downloads and, more importantly, those revenues. And today I got a phenomenal guest. He is in Egypt right now. He's a professional football player, and he's got 10 failed apps before he implemented this strategy. So without further ado, let's get going. Mo, welcome to the show.
Hello, Steve. Thank you for having me today.
Let me give you a proper introduction. I have Mohamed Khaled Selim, an Egyptian indie app developer and professional football player who transitioned from sports to software development. And then he, like I said, you had 10 failed apps, Mo, and you tried a different approach that we're going to really break down for us today. Anything I missed from that intro that you want to?
No, all good. Yeah, that's it.
How is it? Like, I want to talk about the sports side of things, but tell me a little bit about, like, you know, maybe some of the things that you learned from sports. Because here's how I feel, Mo. Like, you know, I tell my kids, play sports because it's important. And some of the lessons that you've learned through sports and training, all that stuff, you can transition easily into business.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you are in a sport, especially in kind of high level of pro level, you learn how to compete, you learn how to be disciplined, and you know, as much as you training, as much as you can get your goals, right? So the sport is very important to change your mindset, make you believe in yourself more. And it's very important, I believe, even if it's not for professional level, it's important to have it in your life for mental health, for physical health, and also for your mindset to challenge yourself every time you are tired or something.
Yeah, I love it, man. So congratulations on everything, bro. All right, we got Joe here as well. We got Alexandru. We got Dean. Dean, what's happening? And then Leo, good to see you as well. All right, Mo, I'm going to share this. You know, I love me a slide. So I'm going to share the slides with you. Kev, good to see you as well. So I'm going to share this presentation. I'm going to let you walk it through, and then I'll just interject as we go along. So here we go. All right. Keyword first, outside the US. That's what I should have said too.
Yeah.
Is this okay? Well, I'll let you go into it, and then I'll ask them the questions along the way.
Okay, so basically, as you have mentioned, my name is Mohammed. I'm from Egypt, based in Egypt. I'm indie app developer right now, and I hope in the future I can have my own studio for building apps, successful apps, I hope.
Yeah, of course. You're on your way, Mo.
Okay, so how I get there today to be with you, I have started with as a football player, as professional football player. We can go for the next slide, yes. So, and then before my 30, I have switched to software. My first job for me was in software was unpaid internship in Mauritius and startup fintech in Mauritius. After 2 years, I have left the company as a co-founder. And then after a while, I just joined app studio in France, which is, I have learned a lot from this. And today I'm just building my own apps.
Well, what made you switch from soccer to software?
Actually, like in 2021, yes, so 5 years ago. So yeah, I was playing football for more than 20 years. And at some point in my life, I was thinking, what is the plan B? If the things didn't work, you know, sports is not easy, nothing easy actually. So yeah, I was like thinking, what is my plan B? Nothing started from like the switch that didn't happen like this. I have already interested in software like back then in 2010 or something about release for Android. I was like interested how people can build open source using open source operation system like Android building apps. So in that time I was like, okay, how to build an app, and I didn't know anything. I didn't know what is programming language, what is Android, Android Studio. All of that was very strange for me. But in 2020, in 2016, I was in the army. I went to the army as a soldier, like it's national service. So I had
Mhm.
1 year to think about my future. So, and at this point, I said, okay, my plan B will be software since I love it. So once I done, I was like, okay, I have to take some action. I start to uh, read some books, attend some courses, online courses, besides the football. Like I was focused 100% on football, but just doing this as future plan B if the things didn't work.
Mhm.
In 2020, like things was happen with COVID, so the sport stopped again, and I said, okay, now I'm very close to be 30, so it's now or never. So I took the step, and I have left everything without knowing if I gonna success or not. Especially my study doesn't related of uh, computer science, so
Mhm.
I took that decision, and yeah, that's it.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, and my first job was like an internship. And this point, I was like, okay, I don't care about the money. I don't care to get money. Actually, I didn't have any money at this point, but I was like, okay, it's a completely different thing from what I was doing. So having the experience, put myself in the field, I mean, tech field, is the most important thing. So I had this mindset. I don't care about what I'm working. I just need to learn. I need to get in touch with people who already um, in tech field, how to make the shift, because when you play sports you're just going to training, not the office. So it's yeah, completely different thing. That's why I have joined. It was a great time. I have learned a lot from the team. It was a young team, but it was very talented team. I have learned from all of them. We're still friends until today, and spent 2 years of learning a lot of things. And I left as co-founder, which was great. I'm happy about it. Yeah, the founder had this mindset about good people can have some shares, so it was a good time. And
That's
yeah,
amazing.
after that, after that I
Well, Mo,
joined.
I want to stop here real
Yeah,
quick. I feel like this is what sports teaches you. I don't know. You tell me if I'm right or wrong, but like you start as an unpaid intern. I've done a bunch of stuff, like especially in college, and it's sort of like this mentality with sports that's like, whatever the team needs. You know what I mean? Like, and then I will work my way up. I'll earn it because I know that if I prove myself, I'll get there. I remember the first job I ever got, like a paid job, full time. The reason I got that job, Mo, was the office was close by my parents' house, luckily. And I just went in and I dropped my resume off there and I was able to get the interview. And then that's how I got my foot in the door and then eventually got that job. But it was just like that humility to like be like, no, there's a bigger plan at play. And to start as an unpaid intern and leave as a co founder, that's pretty impressive, bro.
yes, exactly. Like, to be honest, like when I joined, I was like thinking, okay, I'm joining to learn, yes, but when I leave, I will leave with a contract, with an offer, job
Mm-hmm.
offer, because I had this mindset. Even you can I can tell you something very funny. During the
Yeah.
interview, I was like 50% understanding the English. My English now, even if it's bad now, it was a disaster in that time. So even, but I had the mindset of like, yeah, let's focus what I need to do, what I need to learn. And I think, yeah, this is the how sport is very important to make you challenge yourself, to believe in yourself, to believe of hard work, long term plans. I think yes.
All right. Now let's get into that app studio you're at.
So yeah, in France I have spent 14 months. So it was a great time. Before that, I was building apps, making not few hundreds, few dollars actually, but I didn't know how big the industry is in the time. I know you can make money from apps, but I didn't know about paywalls, onboarding, and the science behind it. ASO, it was just like randomly building apps, believe it can make money. But once I joined the studio, I have met a lot of good people, very talented, very good in what they are doing. So I have learned, yeah, see what apps can do, but in a big view, and how industry is big in this point. So yeah, I have learned a lot from the studio. Even like in that time, the same thing. Any optional session in different teams, I was like attending them after my work, like just to learn about ads. Even I'm not working in ads, but just understand how ads, how you create ads, how successful ads, even for ASO creative, all of that. Any optional session, I was like attending it just to learn how about the industry, even if I'm not working, but just understanding the things, the full picture is very important. So I think it's very important for any developer to understand all parts
Mhm.
of the industry if he want to work in the industry, not just developing. Because some people just can focus on development and can it depends on your goals. You got what I mean? If you want to
Yeah.
have your own thing, you have to understand how it goes.
Yeah. And that's sort of the mindset I had too when I had my first job was just like, hey, let me try to understand all this other things that I don't know. And even early in my career, and I would probably give this advice to any 20-year-old listening to this, Mo, I was one of those guys that jumped jobs every year because I wanted to be pushed. I wanted to learn more. And if you weren't going to give me that opportunity, I would then try to find a different opportunity where I could have that. And the last job I had before I did at Masters, that boss, I love that guy. He let me do everything. He's like, okay, you want to try this? You want to try that? And I was like, hey, I want to try this. And then he let me do it. And so it's one of those things where if I had the opportunity, I would stay. So I love that, man.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. So yeah, now I'm building my own apps, just me and
Hey,
myself for 1 year. Yeah, just 1 year now, and I believe it's a good timeline to have a good progress during 1 year. Yeah, I'm not having like 30K MRR yet or 100K MRR yet, but just like as a developer doesn't know uh, a lot of distribution, a lot of marketing, it's a good point to have it now. So maybe next year it will be a different story. I
you'll
hope.
come back. Yeah. And part of my goal was to kind of, when I asked you to come on, I was like, look, you're in Egypt. I want people from all over the world. I want you to inspire the next Egyptian developer and the fact that you tried a bunch of different apps and the uniqueness, because I know your app and but we won't tell you, we won't reveal the app itself, but the uniqueness of it. And just like, I was like, oh, this is brilliant, Mo. So I love this. Okay. So talk to me about, all right, let's get into this and then we'll get into the strategy side of things.
Yes. Okay. So I'm using this stack. So Flutter, building Flutter is like, why not? I'm building for iOS and Android, and to share some insights, like I'm making 10% of the revenue coming from Android with zero curing, zero ads, zero everything. I just push it because I have built with Flutter. So push for iOS first, focus on iOS, and why not for Android and just getting 10% of revenue. So it's a good thing for me, I think. For
Yeah.
keywords, I use Astro, ASO, Mopal. Now I'm just using Apple Search Ads. I have bad experience with TikTok, Facebook, but it was like just a test, just because I love to attack things. I just love to check how it works, but fully Apple Search Ads for now. So yeah, for design, I use Figma by myself, just small things. I know how to use it, but I'm not like doing as UX UI, just do it for myself. So I use Figma. For analytics, Amplitude and Adapty, both has a good dashboard for my needs right now. Maybe later we can expand in different areas. For localization, I have mentioned localization now because it's an important thing for the strategy, because I have learned during the 10 apps, any app I don't have localization for, it's like 50% drop from the others that has, yeah, the localization. So I do it manually or
Interesting.
maybe with AI. And recently, because of your video, I'm start using app screens,
That's
which
awesome.
is it's cool and fast to have a localization in just one click. So this is the
How do
stack
you
right now.
decide which localizations to start with, Mo?
So actually, for the beginning, like the top stores, which is I think it's 12 stores. This is most important one. I mean, Mexico, USA, Arabic, Saudi Arabia, Vietnam, and yeah, Chinese. So there is a top. Already, you have shared this information. I don't know
Oh,
if.
for the US, to help the US? Is that what you're getting at?
Sorry?
Is it the localization that the US indexes, or are you talking about something else?
Yes, for US indexes. So I have the top
Okay.
ones, and then
Okay.
depends on the app search, depends on the ASO search, I can add more, even if it's not in indexing for the US as well.
Got it. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Great. And then I want to tease you guys that the Mo's getting insane results, and he's got a slide later on that's going to show you the insane results he's getting from Apple search ads. I want to say hi to Demetrio as well. Says CEO. I gotta come up with that. Demetrio says dedication is what motivates me every day. I worked unpaid for 1 year as well, opened up a lot of doors. And Vivek is here. What's up, Vivek? It's very similar to the strategy we run. And then my son's finally awake. So hey, it's early for him. All right. Let's get into the data as well. So before the strategy, real data first. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, let's share some data about what I'm
Yes.
actually doing right now. So about the Apple search ads, it's very simple. We discover new keywords, new countries, and it's just low bit just to know which country can bring some of revenue, which keywords or related keywords, just to explore, since it's can bring good keywords, no one bid on it. And then after that, we just measure if it's good or not, and keeping the good ones, the winners, and stop the not working for us. So basically like this, just exploring in a cheap way, just to get more keywords, more, yeah, more countries.
Mo, I don't know if we talked about this before, but I literally set this up. Do you have a favorite way of setting this up? And I can share how I've set it up because I don't know if it was based off of our conversation, but I did try something that I would share as well. But like, talk to me about this worldwide campaign. How's this? And I'm assuming you're talking about Apple ads. So like, how are you setting this up?
So basically, I run it for all the countries
Hmm.
and getting broad keywords just to get another keywords, right?
Yep.
But just with the low bid. So I just try to make my research to find the good keywords and then put it on the broad. If it's like some of them put it in broad, some of them exact match, just if it's very niche. So don't lose money on something. For example, if we say food scanner. So scanner can be for PDF scanner, can be something. So sometimes I just don't want to go PDF scanner to show on PDF scanner, but just keep food scanner as exact match because
Mm.
I don't want to scanner. I just maybe put food as broad. So it depends on the keyword. Just trying to find um, new markets, new keywords as well.
Maybe I'll create a video about this in the future. But what I did was in this discover phase for a new app we just launched, we did a max conversion campaign, and I did everything outside of the US essentially. So I said, okay, no US, but everywhere else. So I made it available everywhere else besides the US. I put like just like you, I put a really low cost per acquisition goal. I put it around $2. And then I just let it go. And I put like $300 a day on that budget. It spent pretty quickly. Actually, I put 100, I think, and it spent pretty quickly. But then I was able to, when I looked at my revenue cat data, I was able to see sales coming from outside of different markets. And then, and you're going to get into this, but it was very similar. And I was like, did we talk about this with Mo? Did Mo inspire me when we first talked? Because I love that strategy as well. Because Mo, for me, I wanted to see this main keyword that I had where, because there's no ASO tool, I was like, where else in the world is there search volume for this term? And with the max conversion campaign, you can do broad, you can do exact, all different ad groups, and you can do their automated one and just let it fly. And then all I was really looking at was the spend per country and the impressions per country to see where best to localize, like what you said before, the localization.
Yes, exactly.
Love. Okay, should we go to the next one?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so basically, once we get some of good keywords, we just
Yeah.
go for the country based on the country. So now we focus on the country, not the keywords. So as you just mentioned, some countries has this keyword working fine in this country, but not the other country. So now we focus more on the country and trying to get more keywords, related keywords from that country as well. So if it's good, we just focus on country. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get
actually,
max
this is like,
conversion rate.
yeah, this is the last part we had recently this month with App Masters. But before I was doing what I have mentioned before, right?
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so yeah, if we had, so we compare, yeah, mid caps. So if it's good, we just increase the bid a little bit because we see a good data coming from this keyword from the country and focus on it. If it's good enough, we just have flagship uh, campaigns, which is the top ones, the tier ones, which is, as I have shared here, 400 ROS, which is the most good ones, which that we can keep for I say forever until it's
Wow.
just go down.
That's the amazing part. 400, that's 4x. So you spend $1 and you're not even spending that, but you make $4 off of every $1 you spend. That's amazing, Mo.
Yes, thank you. So yeah, and because the strategy now, as you see, Indonesia, Singapore, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, Japan are the countries that we focus on right now because this is the behind the strategy, not the US. So our spend is going to these countries because this is how the strategy working from the beginning to these countries.
And are these the top countries for sales as well?
Yes, most of them, but it's just different in different order.
Orders?
But just
Okay.
like now, we're showing the lowest CPI until
Mhm.
the last one. Yeah.
Love it.
Okay, so this is numbers from Apple Search Ads because now we getting this is the average ones, right? That's why you see 350 from all over the campaigns. That's test ones, the mid ones, and flagship ones. As you see, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore are the highest. Maybe Malaysia
Mhm.
and Indonesia are the highest revenue coming from this country, and the US is just 1.2, which is almost nothing from this one.
I love it.
So the CPI is 0.37, and for installs you can see the how different between installs number between each country, and of course almost all of them has the same install to trial conversion rate.
That's insane.
Yes, yeah, almost, yeah, and
That's
trial to
insane.
paid.
Is it a hard paywall, Mo? I forget.
No,
Okay.
no,
Wow.
soft. Yeah,
It's insane trial start rates. That's
yeah.
insane. Leo's got a question that says, which languages do you support? All of the languages from these countries?
Yes, actually, like as I mentioned before, the same way as localization for the store itself, inside the app, I use the same strategy. Top stores and then targeted stores based on the app itself. It's like if the app targeting Japan because there's opportunity, I have to add Japan. So even if it's the store not in the top indexing for the US, so I do it for the store inside the app as well. I support the translation. But anyway, like to make it simple, I support any language I do for store localization, just to align both together.
Mo, did you know that these countries would be the top countries? Like, meaning, did you localize for these countries first, or did this come after? Like, anything surprising? Were these countries the more surprising ones?
So basically, most of them I did it before because based on the ASO research, I knew, or not knew, but just expecting these countries will rank well, right?
Hmm.
And after that, with app releasing with the ads, I can find new countries. So I add different languages after that. But while I'm doing research, I kind of expecting some countries can work better other than the uh, normal ones or English. So I added before I start.
And how did you do? And I know we'll get into it, but how did you do the pricing for these countries? How did you know what to charge in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Japan?
So basically, to be honest, it depends on the app itself. So some of the apps, if it's very needed, if it's problem solver, you can put $7. Average, I use 5 to 7 based on
Mm,
the app. And some of the other apps, I do localization pricing because I know the competition is very high, and the app itself can afford. There is, I mean, in the APIs and all of that. So I just reduce the price. So I make the localization for the price based on the store as well.
Got it.
So
I love it.
yeah. So yeah,
Go ahead.
what I'm trying to say, just based on the app itself.
Love it. And then Soko Mart says, is it ad mob or it's subscriptions, right? Or you don't have any ads in this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Subscription.
I don't use ads right now in any of the apps. Yeah. Okay, so organic, the app's still getting organic, making good revenue from organic. Of course, not the same as Apple Search Ads, but I believe if the app is doing good in organic, 100% will do good with Apple Search Ads. But because Apple Search Ads just push you to the top of the list, so it's more obvious. But the app itself need to be to convert well with organic. So the app, almost the numbers are the same, except of course the installs numbers because it's just organic. So almost everything is the same. I'm not saying almost, but just very close. Like
Yeah.
install to trial conversion 17 to 11 is not that far. Even trial to paid is higher, and trial starts are depends on the installs itself.
It's crazy because sometimes, like for my app, Mo, we actually see the opposite. We see better with organic, and then we see crap with Apple Search Ads. So the fact that you're seeing better results with Apple Search Ads, it's pretty good. And then Mo, is this straight from Adapty? Like, are you pulling a lot of these numbers straight from Adapty and just like make it look
Yes.
pretty? Yeah, that's crazy. I love it.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
All right, part 2.
Okay.
Here it is, guys. This is the strategy. All right, Mo.
Okay, so the strategy is I will give a general idea behind it. So the strategy is not necessarily the low popularity keyword in the US is not used in different countries, even if it's English. So I'm from Egypt. We use English to search as well. So if, for example, calorie tracking app for women, let's say it's a long tail keyword. If it's not used in the US, maybe it's used in different country, for example, Egypt. So
Mm.
this is the thing behind it. So basically what I do, I just search for something I know to build for. So if I don't know about yoga, I don't search for yoga because I can't build an app for yoga. So first thing, just search about what you already understand. The second thing, auto suggestion, which is the auto-complete, auto-suggest from App Store itself, is very good way to get long-tail keywords. Maybe you can use App Follow, is doing the same thing, but I'm just sharing what I actually did in my case. And the third step is just see if other apps using the keyword, because maybe you find a good keyword, but just maybe as a brand keyword, so you can't use, or maybe you can. It depends. Back to you. So if it's not, yeah, if it's not good, it's just like find the country, because I believe, I'm not sure about this, but I believe if the algorithm suggests a keyword, somehow it's used, somehow it has some search. You got what I mean? Unless it's very keyword, so no one use. And after that, if all of that went well, just make your deep research to that keyword to find the keyword itself, popularity, if it's good or not, the countries, competitors, and do your deep research about the keywords and the app itself.
When you say find the country, there's so many countries, Mo. Like, how do you know where to start?
Okay, so in my case, when I found a good keyword in the US, but I didn't find the demand for it. It was like 5 popularity
Mm.
on the ASO tools. So I found the top app, and I have like looking for the app itself from the keyword, where the app is getting more ratings, more installs, stuff like this. So I was like shortcut with the country from the app itself, because if the keyword is good and one app is ranking first in the US, I'm trying to find where else the app is ranking top and getting
See.
traffic from. At the end of this strategy, I'm sharing some of screenshots could be explain how this do. But at the end, you need to go to do some research on different countries. Maybe you can run MCP between your AI tool and Astro, or maybe ASO tool. So it's kind of easy now to get these keywords, these
Okay.
countries.
Okay. And you do have an example later on. So we will give you a real life example of Mo. This is not Mo's app, but he's going to give you a real life example of how to do all that stuff as well. Okay. Then let me ask you this. Leo says, what is your starting point for auto suggest? Do you start with a high popularity single term and then try to figure out the auto suggested behind that?
No, as I mentioned, it's very simple. I just search for things I would love to build. Basically, if it's calorie tracker app, so I just say calories, and I see what is the long tail keywords.
Got it. And I'll give you an example right here as Mo talking about it, because here's the app follow tool that we all love to use. And you put calorie in the US and then you go, so here. And then you have all this stuff. Love it, Mo.
Exactly.
All right. Let's get back into this. Search what you know.
Okay. So yeah, this is, as I mentioned, just search about what you already know about and understanding can build fast. You can still search for anything else, but it will take time to understand how it works, understand competitors. If you don't have knowledge about Yuga, you have to learn Yuga first to build it later to give a small value, and it takes more time than usual.
And then is the search what you know, is that in whatever app store? So if you're in Egypt, search whatever in Egypt. If you're in the US or wherever you're at, just search for what you know in whatever country, or where do you like to start?
For me, the US, of course, because
Okay.
even if it's not high demand in the US, but it's indexed, and the index itself in the US means it's in different countries. So it's better because at the end the US market is the biggest. So for my case, I used US first.
Okay. And then there's a great app that I will ping. I'll show you guys how to do it if you're outside of the US. I use it for just doing it for, this is my favorite app. I know there's a lot of other ones that people like, but this is the one that I use. It's called Store Redirect. Pull it up right here. If you guys want to check it out, just search for Store Redirect. It makes it so easy. I can show you an example, but allows you to easily switch between different app stores and search in the app store with that. So I really like that. And then if you're just on the web, just like obviously just change the country code to US and then you can search for stuff right here. It's a way to do it too. All right, Mo, I'm going to go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. But just I put, like in my case, I was using my phone because the auto suggest, because the long tail ones, and on the web you can't find it. Yes.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, and then you do the auto suggest.
So yeah, just one thing, you can just be careful because the new apps getting a little bit of push, a little bit of store post, so you can find the long tail keyword, but just this app name, new app name. So just be careful, it's not 100% the same app name you are using, it's just new, because that's why sometimes it's appearing auto suggest.
Love it.
Okay, we can. Yeah, so as I have mentioned, low popularity doesn't mean no, because if the algorithm suggested, maybe it's just in different way, in different store, not in the US. So just you need to do some research to understand. Sometimes it's not, it's not necessarily 100%. It's popular in different countries, but it's just most popular, most probably you can find in different countries. That's why the algorithm is just showing and as auto suggest.
Got it. So if we had calorie, for example, but like this first one, or like let's say calorie tracker was not very popular in the US, then it doesn't necessarily mean it's not a no because of all these auto suggest. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you just check an ASO tool and you find its popularity 5 or not very high, but if you see it in the top of the auto suggest, just maybe it's indexed better in different store.
Got it. So if it's calorie tracker, so do you just look, okay, and then you're going to get into that. Got it. Love that. Thanks, Mo.
So next one is, yeah. Okay, yeah, is that what we have just mentioned? Just find where you make your research. If you're interested in this category, in this keywords, just make first understanding where this is indexed in.
So would this mean as like going back to your example, okay, calorie tracker. I started with calorie tracker is the number one auto suggest. I look at calorie tracker. Calorie tracker is just an example. We do know that it has a lot of volume. Doesn't have that much volume, but we look at MyFitnessPal and then maybe look at Sensor Tower and see like, okay, maybe the top countries for MyFitnessPal. Is that the way what you mean by find where it lives?
Yeah, kind of, but I mean, like when you search for calorie tracker and you
Mhm.
didn't find any app called calorie tracker in the US, right? And the
Okay.
keyword itself, it has a meaning. It's a good keyword. It has a meaning, but the popularity for it is just 5. So now I was thinking, okay, where this keyword is indexed in which store? That's why the algorithm suggested for me. And
Got it.
still, you can use it in the US because no one use it, or maybe at the end, like US is still big market. You still
Right.
focus on it, but you can find a different place where everything can work. Maybe not big as the US, but still very profitable and very good. And already you do the US, so why not doing for the other countries and other stores, because already you're building the app anyway, right?
Got it. And then I'm sure we'll have the real life example as well. Okay.
So yeah, you can just search, go deep for your research, and in this case, if you find a good keyword, you found where it's live, which country. Let's say for the calorie example, it's in Malaysia, for example. Now
Mm,
you already have a good idea about it. Maybe in one country, maybe in 10 countries, maybe it has a good chance because there is not a lot of competitors using it. So now you can make your deep research. You can use Claude. I'm using Claude with MCP with Astro to run this research for me for all countries. And also you can get related keywords. You can search for how many competitor using this keyword in different countries. And also this is not just for ASO, it's also for ASA, because you understand now if you run Apple search ads for these keywords that has a demand in different countries than the US. So now you understand where you can, how much you can pay, because the competition is low or high, a lot of apps using it or not. And
yeah.
some of ASO tools, you can just see if already someone running ads, Apple search ads on this keyword before even you build it or not, right? Like I think ASO mobile doing it. So you can find this as well. Before you build
I,
anything, you can expect the ASO and ASA and the cost and everything. I mean, CPI for this and competition.
I got to see that setup, Mo. I got to see that setup. All right. I love it. All right. We got a question from Joseph as well, and we'll get to a real life example in just a bit. Hey, Stephen Mo, using revenue cap, would you say for, let's say, 30-day LTV for different countries and then duplicate the US Apple ads to that country but lower bids? You know what
Okay,
he's
I'm
saying, Mo?
trying to. No, I'm trying
So,
to get exactly the question.
so
Yeah.
let's say he has a 30-day LTV, and then what he
Okay.
does is, I guess, yeah, Joseph, can you expand on this? Because what do you mean by the 30-day LTV? Like you're trying to just break even. So let's say it's a $3 30-day LTV that he makes, $3 for the LTV or $30, and then he just duplicates the same US campaign but for a different country. Is that what you did, Mo?
I think he's just asking about if it's running on different countries and then we need to duplicate in the US, right?
No, he's
But lower
duplicating the
bids. Oh,
US to the other countries. Yeah, he said yeah.
okay.
So let's say you get like a $30 LTV and you it's working in the US, you just duplicate that for the different countries.
I really don't know. Like I think this is very subjective. Depends on the app, depends on the keywords, depends on the demand on these keywords. Like
Yeah.
if it has a high search in the US, not necessarily it's in Egypt. And if it's in Egypt, not necessary to be in the US. So you
Yeah.
have, that's why we had run the Apple search ads campaigns to explore,
Yeah.
to understand which country has the potential, which one we have to skip, which keyword has the potential, and which one we need to skip. So
Yeah.
it's very subjective.
Yeah. So would you recommend to Joseph, like, hey, start with the worldwide campaign and then just start to figure out if there's any demand there?
For me, I would start for worldwide before the US.
Yep.
But I'm talking about myself as
Right.
indie app developer, because the budget, you can run your search ads in low CPI countries, so you can not losing money to test things, to understand things before you go for the US, right? That in my case. But if you have, I don't know, but if you have the budget and it's okay for you to go, I think worldwide will be better because you understand the whole image at once.
Yeah. I'll create a video for this, Joseph, because I think Mo and I will sync up as well and kind of come up with a good case study strategy for you guys, because I do believe in this as well. And I think, Mo, I was inspired by you, and I was just like trying to figure out, there's a new app that we have that I know can go worldwide. And I was just trying to figure out which countries that I should be targeting from a localization and all that stuff perspective. And so that's essentially what I did here with this Discover. So Joseph, what you can do is just keep it very low, like what Mo said, low bids. So maybe like $1 cost per acquisition goal in the max conversion campaign. Take US out of it and target all the other countries and see what countries you can actually get $1 cost per install, because Apple will just start spending in those countries, and then that will give you some indication. And then maybe, Mo, then you can look at the measure part and see what that search score is for that particular country. Because, Mo, I'm lazy. That's why I wanted to see that MCP setup, because I'm like, how do I, figure out this keyword and where it's popular, which country it's popular in besides the US and besides the UK, Australia, Canada. I want to see what other countries had search volume for this particular keyword without like literally selecting all the countries. So I'm sure your Claude setup does all that for you.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm lazy too. That's why I'm using Claude, right?
Yeah, me too. All right, let's get into a real life example, and hopefully that helps, Joseph. So let me know in the comments. All right, let's get into this real life example, guys. This situation.
Yes. So basically, we're using this as it's real data. So I'm not building this app, but it's real data as the steps I'm really doing it. So it's Japanese learning. So what we're gonna do, we just search for Japanese learning in different countries, and then we have the related keywords on all the countries as well. So we have 71 and 154 keywords measured search volume in all the countries. So in the US, I'm just showing you in the US, all the keywords we found is used by apps. So the opportunity in the US not that big, right? It's already still there. You can run ads and things, but still can search. You can use the US as well.
Let me see. Japanese. Did I spell it right?
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what you mean? Like it's very competitive
Yes.
because a lot of people have it in their title and subtitle and stuff.
Yes, and not only for this, because when we run, I'm running as a Claude MCP search for related keywords. So the other keywords we showing in the next slides are
Love it.
used as well from different apps.
This one?
Okay, yeah. Yes. So as I have mentioned, it's different countries. We have kanji keyword, which is meaning it's type of writing Japanese. It's a writing system in Japanese. It's just related to learning Japanese. So this keyword in the US has 7 popularity. In Japan is 73. So you can see the US is very at the end of the list. So if you want to build an app for this keyword, you can focus on these countries, and then still the US, yes, but these countries has this demand more than the US. I'm just showing this example just to show you how's the difference between different stores, right? So as you see, the US is just at the end of the list.
Okay. And how did you come up with kanji off of Japanese learning? So the categories
As
Japanese learning, but kanji, how did you discover the kanji keyword?
Yeah, the Claude MCP running this to get the competitors' keywords, related keywords, and
I
then
need
after
this.
that, I'm some. Yeah, sure. So like after that, I'm just trying to understand what's this keyword just to make sure it's related, because
Got
sometimes
it.
it get not related keywords. So I have to run some kind of research when I find a good keywords with a good popularity to understand what it means and what it's related to.
Love it. Okay.
So yeah, as you see, 21 of the 20 uh, uh, two keywords we have found related to Japanese learning are better scoring outside the US than the US itself.
Okay.
So almost all of the keywords are doing better outside the US than the US, because in different countries, some of countries are interested to learn Japanese more than the US itself.
Of course.
So that's why this example is very good to show the difference between the stores and people interested in other different keywords. I mean,
And you're going to show us some of those keywords in a little bit as well.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But since I am not building this app, so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, sorry for anybody else that is. All right.
So yeah, we searching for different keywords, we're getting it. So same one. This is also, I can't read this keyword, but it's just also writing system in Japanese. As you
Mm,
see, I just because we got this key, I got this keyword from outside the US. That's why it's ranks 8 in the US, but 61 in Japan and Korea. Yeah.
nice.
So yeah, after that we have a short list of the top keywords in different countries, because sometimes you can use different title and subtitle based on the country, mixed with the English, of course, if you have a good English keywords. So as you see, all has a good potential with localized keywords. Now, the strategy good because now you can find different not English keywords. So for Korea, you can see Korean keyword. In Thailand as well, you can see a different keywords that is you will never know about it if you don't make this research about this about the store, the people, what people search in Thailand. Yes. So if you focus only in English, you will never this keyword. This keyword has a good potential with 44 popularity and 19 difficulty. So it's very good to focus in Thailand in this case, right? And Korea as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. And these are countries that will pay. And you even seen it like Indonesia, Malaysia. These are countries that are willing to pay.
Yeah, to be honest, like I'm from Egypt, so people doesn't have this mindset of subscription on app. Like always getting this review, you should make your app for free. It's just an app on my phone, right? So
Mm,
in Egypt, we don't have this mindset. Same as other countries, right? But once you have a good app solving a problem, people doesn't care because they need to use the app because the app solving a problem. So I believe yes, purchase power is not high as the US, but still if you have a good product and people need it and already you targeting the right people, they still can pay even if it's not that big like the US, but still can make revenue. Plus already the US is there, you can focus on it, so it's extra revenue for your business, right?
I love it, bro. All right.
So
Who
yeah,
else?
one of the searches I love to do is just to see who using the keyword. To be honest, is not necessarily you can't use it, because even if you can't use it, you still can target in Apple search ads, right? Because it's a good keyword, it has a high demand, but still it's a good information to understand to use it for search ads. You need to show for this keyword. And also it's good to understand which keyword you need to use in your title and subtitle and focus on it. So it's a good ranking keyword.
And then when you say crowded, what are you looking at? Like you said, apps owning it. Is it just looking for that keyword in the title and subtitle?
Yes, exactly.
Got it. That's all through your Claude.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mo. I'm doing it all manually. All right.
Yeah, actually I have built a scale for it, so maybe we can share it.
Okay. That'd be sick,
Yeah, but
man.
just make sure, make sure it's good working fine. It's just a scale to make these steps together, and of course
Yeah.
with your vision with Overwatch, so you can uh, focus in different places based on what you see and numbers you already see.
Wow. the native phrase, the lone
So
keywords grabbed. Yeah. Wow.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
crazy.
So yeah, exactly. So this is also for Indonesia. You can see first keyword is for learning, is mean learning Japanese in Indonesian language. So one app only using it. And as I mentioned, if it's 10 apps, you can still target in Apple search ads. So it's good information to see the market and the demand for this market based on ASO and SA as well. So you can understand better. Yeah.
And then Vietnam.
Vietnam, the same. You can still use
These
any
scores
all.
are insane, Mo. These popularity scores are insane. Yeah, love
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, we're using this one for GLPT, which is a kind of test for Japanese. As you see, it's the same thing. All of them are good, but the US at the end of the list. So all of them, people, if you want to build an app for this test, you can build it for these countries plus the US that already you can target. So it's just I'm just giving different ways of keywords, how many apps using it, how the standalone keywords that you can build an app on it, or maybe just use it because it's kind of at the end it's still related of learning Japanese.
Yeah. And we have one app that I think they're doing about 7 to 8, almost at 10. I forget what the exact number is, but very close to 10,000 in revenue. And it just literally one keyword search popularity of like 40 something. And it's like this keyword, and that's it. Like they're number one for that keyword. It's not as competitive, and that's been able. And the category is important, like you said, Mo. Even if the purchasing power isn't as high as the U.S., if you focus on a category that, like for learn Japanese, that people might want to use, then it's more likely that they're willing to pay you anyways. And so it's what I call painkiller versus vitamin. If you're focusing on the painkiller side of things that people really really need, then you just need a couple of keywords to hit, and that's enough to build a pretty decent business. All
Yes,
right.
exactly. Yeah. So there is the example I have mentioned at the beginning of the call. So as you see, this app is doing very well in Vietnam with 19K ratings. Yeah, compared with the US, which is 350 only. So if I'm doing my research, I would say, okay, why this app is doing this well in Vietnam, which is it has a reason to be ranking this over the US. So
Mm-hmm.
during you can what I'm trying to say, you can find opportunity in different stores that you already never think about because it's already there, but you didn't search for it. So if I'm building Japanese learning or Japanese related app, I would definitely focus on this app and understand why this app is doing well in this country and try to compete or just copy what he's doing and focus on keywords and Apple search ads as well.
That's amazing. I want to hold it right here, Mo. Since neither of us are building this app, I kind of pulled this up on Sensor Tower just to see, and doing 10,000 according to Sensor Tower, and you can see that Vietnam, Japan, Taiwan are the most the countries here. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So if I'm indie app developer, it's a very good opportunity, low competition, low CPI, and it's still a good thing you can afford to spend money to get revenue back, right? So
Yeah.
it's better than competing in the US with big players who can spend a lot, and it can burn money faster to test at least your product at the beginning.
Yeah. And then here's an easy way to go to, like, if you don't know, I go Vietnam right here, and then you hit view an app store, and it goes to that Vietnamese app store, and then here's where you can see in-app purchase, and then you can see how much they're charging. That's the easiest way without me having to be like, what's the country code for Vietnam? So I can just do that all in Sensor Tower for free here.
Yes.
This is good stuff, man. You've inspired me so much. All right, here's the last slide for y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, as I have mentioned, the US is a big market. Yes, most user, yes, but it's high and also has high purchase power, but it also has high competition, high CPI. So as indie app developer, it's very hard to enter because when I started with zero money. Even I have a debt, so I couldn't even spend money to test what I'm trying to do. So once I can spend some money on ads to know if the app is doing good or not, I can spend it outside the US because, yeah, it's lower purchase power, it's competition. Yeah, it's not exist almost. It depends on the app, and also the ad cost that I can run for 10, 20 days is I can spend in one day in the US. So here is the difference between both of them. And also, as you have mentioned, if you build a painkiller, not a vitamin, it's people gonna subscribe, people gonna use your app and pay for it. And also, if your app can has a high competition, you can just localize the price because already you spend lower price on CPI. So it's okay if you lower your subscription because already it's a good to do because you can afford to lower your price because the CPI is already low. So yeah, this is the difference between the US and other countries that you can focus on.
And I love what you said, Mo, because the opportunity is big. Like you gave us one example, and I'm just going to pick on this guy. I have no idea. I apologize, Guy Nguyen. But when I click on his profile, I already did it in my other screen, and I sort by revenue, you can see like there, he's got another app that's doing 20K, and then he's got one app that's doing, and so it's this mentality of like if you're an indie developer, this keyword first approach, build multiple apps. He's got 22 and only 3 make more than 5,000. But like you needed it to hit to 22 to figure out what the 3 was going to do and take off with. And I love this approach. And this is literally the same approach that I'm having when I'm building apps is like, I'm not reliant on just one app. I have, multiple apps and you kind of need to take a swing. But I love your approach, Mo, because there's all these keywords and just nobody's paying attention. So if you even clicked on this one, you probably see again Taiwan, Japan. So now went from Vietnam to now Taiwan in all these different markets, not the US.
Yes, exactly.
All right, Mo. I've got some questions here about the Claude setup. Let me pull it back up here too. So when you say Claude MCP, what is your ASO tool of choice when you have this all connected?
Astro.
Astro? Love it. Okay, because we
Yes.
got Leo that says, do you just trust Apple Ads popularity score or just Astro ASO Mobile in your experience? And how do you handle trust in both these platforms?
So it's combined between all of them. So what I'm trust searching on App Store itself. So as I mentioned, if it's in auto suggest, so it has some potential. Second, I just go for Astro or ASO mobile. And if both are good, then with Apple Search Ads, I can see more data. So at the end, you're getting the information from different places and you have the full image by the end of it. And at the end, like you need to try, you need to test as you have a lot of keywords, you can have a good potential to success, right? So to answer this, just different steps, but Astro is the first numbers I use as indicator for continue search or not, because MCB doing all of that, I mean Claude doing all of that, getting the information for me, I still can see. And also once I get a good sign, which is a lot of related keywords. So if one app has a good number of related keywords, I see it's already have a demand on different keywords, not just one or two or three. So I say, okay, even one of them didn't work well, the other can handle the thing. So it's give me a good indication of other keywords gonna work as well.
I love it. Okay, how are you in time, Mo? Because we've hit a full hour, and I'm glad we did. I didn't
Okay.
want to interrupt this presentation. Do you have a little bit more time, or do you have to go?
No, we good. Thank you.
All right. Well, all right. Well, Adam says, been here. What's up, y'all? Been here, been distracted with other work. We'll have to rewatch this. Definitely hit rewatch on this. Ishant says, exciting stuff, very interesting content. And just so you know how much of a great person Mo is, he's doing an excellent job in life as well as work. And that's why I love the nickname his friends gave him, the machine. Is that right, Mo? This is one of your friends?
Yeah, yeah, actually, is the CEO of the company in Mauritius, the startup, who already I joined the intern, and we are friends, of course. I love to visit Mauritius. He's my friend, he and his family. So he was my boss. Now he's my friend, and call me the
Oh,
machine. Yes,
what's up? Is this the guy? This is the guy? Bro.
yes, he is.
Wow. Where the
Yeah,
I have to figure out where the heck is Mauritia.
It's a
More.
Mauritius. It's a very cool island. I love it. I love to go there. It's Paradise Island, you can say.
Yeah, I just had to Google it. That's some. That's cool. Love
Yeah.
it, bro. That's awesome. Well, Mo, you are a great guy. We started for the unpaid
Thank you.
intern, became a co-founder, and then now they're joining live just to say what's up to you and call you the machine. That shows you everything you've done. All right. If you guys got questions along the way, let us know. But Mo, this is great. Let me get into the app audit side of the show, and then we like to start off every app audit with some dead jokes. All right, Mo. I don't have H to school. There's a big festival in India right now, and so he's off and running. So it's just you and me. Let's play for some tea. Yeah, loser buys tea. Okay. Oh, do you want to start your dad joke? Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Okay, you go first.
I'll go first. All right. Mo, do you remember that chiropractor joke that I put on here?
No.
It's about a week back. There you go. All right.
Okay.
All right, Mo, what you got? What's your joke?
Okay, so you go on first?
I already went. That's how good the joke was.
Okay.
A week back. Get it? Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. My bad. I think I talk too much, so my brain is.
I hear you, bro.
All right. So, okay, I have
Hit
a
me.
long list, but I hope this one is good. So, what did the buffalo say to his son when he dropped him off to the school?
What?
Bye, son.
All right. I like that. All right. Put M if you thought Mo's joke was better, and put S if you thought my joke was better. And then obviously we'll play for something. Mo. Loser has to do something for the winner. Okay. We got this app. It's a Bubble Blast app from Peter. I'll pull this up, Mo. But I think this is a type of app that can go like what your strategy outside of the US, because obviously Bubble Blast is probably pretty competitive in the US. So I really love the strategy we brought on here that you brought on here for this. But anything from this app that you kind of see, or just overall thoughts before we get into the app? Because the main question that Peter wants help with is help me make more money off this app.
Okay, so for the screenshots, actually, I have tried this one. For the screenshots, I would say the icon is fine for me as a user, but the screenshots itself need to be higher quality. I feel it's a good shiny game, and also some of the text not aligned well. So yeah, I didn't understand how it's just see bubbles. So it would be better to see how the stages, how the steps, and how the game can be cool. Especially in the subtitle, it's just math with coins and bubbles. So I don't know. I want to know how the math work. Especially the app category is education. So I would love to know how the math work from the
I like it.
screenshots.
And then sometimes I know video doesn't always perform well, but sometimes a video will perform well, especially for games. So something to consider, Peter, if you want to think about that. Let me pull up the game and we'll help Peter try to make a little bit more money off this app. But with games, I feel like you're going to need a lot of users and you're going to need to rely on ads. So let's get into the game itself right here. Okay. Well, sure. All right. Anything you want to add on to this screen, Mo, before I have some feedback for this?
So the message, I felt it's good in a good way, just telling me you have to approve the pop-up so we can serve the app for free. So the message was good for for me, and nothing else for the game itself.
Okay. Well, I've got some advice, and there's one strategy that worked really well, and I'll kind of pull it up for you guys too. So, Peter, video ads. Yep. I'll pull up this presentation for you. Peter, one way that you can instantly increase revenues, and this is what I would recommend for a lot of the games that we've seen good results with. So, this is a client that we had way back in the day. Anyways, it was like a Timberman type of app. So first it loads and then says, hey, we give you away a bonus. Say, hey, here you go, free 2,000 coins for free. And now we ran this on App Advice, but you can run this on our Indie App Santa website as well. We give you it for free. And then once you do that, Mo, we say, hey, do you want to double that by watching a video? So immediately on first open, we're able to monetize that user. And the good thing is they're getting free coins that they can use in the app. So it's going to help your retention. And when we ran this campaign, Mo, we saw an increase in our ad mob or our ad revenue every time we ran it. So this is an easy way. And it, for me, I like this because it also forces users to get coins, use coins, and hopefully stay engaged with your app. And so they have something to lose now with 4,000 coins. And most people did end up watching that video to double it because, like, why not? So it's an easy, quick way to make a buck or two and run it on App Advice or Indie App Santa. App Advice no longer around. The thing I would say about this too, Peter, is all these buttons look the same. You know, obviously you want me to hit play. So like make those buttons, the other buttons look smaller. And frankly, I have no idea what this little, maybe this is a learn thing means, but it's not as intuitive as you might think it is. And I don't like the fact that all the buttons have the same weight. Play button should be the biggest weight, should be right in the center, should almost be right here, whereas everything else needs to be a little bit more subtle and smaller icons. Because you probably want me to hit play. Let's hit play real quick. Let's see if we can win. I don't even know. What is this? What are we supposed to do? Yeah, it's Peter. Why does this look so distorted, bro? Because we're supposed to get the ones that 50 of these coins, those red ones. No, out here. I see it now because when things are connected, they all blow up a little bit more. Blow up these. And I could blow up all these greens. I like these ads at the bottom. All right. These. Oh, I wanted to get these blues together, Mo. Okay. I don't know where the math part is coming in. Woo. So, what do you think, Mo? Before I say some things.
So yeah, actually, I played a game a bit. So it was like I didn't find any math parts about it,
Okay.
and yeah, some like as a developer, I see some of hidden content. The ads is good because this game doesn't have a lot of ads, which is a good thing. But some of content just hidden in the screen by ads or in the top with the iPhone notch and this stuff. But overall, the game is good. The guy is doing great job. But I still couldn't find the math part, which is the educational part that I most likely I downloaded the app for.
Yeah. And if you want me to continue, Peter, you can say watch a video to continue. I really don't like your UI UX. It looks so distorted. I don't know if you're here, but that's what I would fix as well and allow me to watch a video. Give me some rewards after I finish a level. Obviously, I didn't finish, but allow me to, if I wanted to continue playing, allow me to, like, you know, potentially. Yeah, let me see if I can get, touch the wrong button. So I might not get there, Mo. Boom. Okay, objective done. I don't know where the math part is. Klar. Yeah, so I'm getting no rewards. You might want to add in rewards a little bit just so I can double up. And I think video ads would do really well for you. Like you can even be like, watch a video ad. What I would also suggest, Mo, is like ease them in. 50 is a lot. Like, I mean, I know we didn't spend that much time in the grand scheme of things, but 50 seems like a lot just to make sure that you get the user to understand. So start with like 10. Get them to like ease into it and then make it more complicated and see level up. But trying to get 50 of these little things on the first go hand, I feel like it's too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Mo, more importantly, we have a lot of traders in the stream. They love you. So you won that dad joke round 4-1. Thank you, Adam. You're a real one. But yeah, so congratulations, my friend. I
Thank you,
don't.
guys.
Where's my applause? There we go. Okay, we got the last app, Mo. We've got an auto clicker focus on improving the app's ASO and enhancing its core functionality to track better user experience. Okay, let's get into this app. I don't know what the auto click. What do you do for auto clickers? Auto clicker helps you automate repeated taps and swipe at any location with the interval you choose. Okay, I don't know when I would use this.
Yeah, the same impression I had.
Okay, I'm sure there's a use for it. Man, back in my day, Mo, we had this like net zero where you get paid to get on the internet, and you had this big old banner at the bottom, and we would use a tool where it would just move the mouse because we just let it run, right? And that's how we get $25 every month, and we just let it run. You know about this, Mo?
No, actually, we didn't have
Okay.
it, but I
All right.
understand. Yeah, I got the
Yeah.
idea about it.
Yeah.
So
So we had to run it on our desktop, and we just let it run, and we put a tool in place that would move the mouse every so random, just so it looked active, so that we could get paid. Anyways, but I have no idea what I would use this for. But so, but I'm sure people are searching for it. That I have no doubt, because I've seen other apps like this auto clicker. One of the ASO tricks from a Google perspective that I've seen work is custom store listings. So that with custom store listings, you can pretty much have a store listing to optimize for a keyword. So if you're going after auto clicker, or what's the other one? Multi clicker, auto likes, you can have a custom product page for every single keyword that you're targeting. And that way you can improve your ASO based off of that. And so that's the coolness. It's like a custom product page on Apple, but unlike Apple, you can have a brand new title, short description, screenshots for every keyword that you're targeting. You even tell the custom store listing, here's the keyword that I'm targeting. So if I have a meditation app and I'm calm, I might have a custom store listing for sleep sounds, another for meditation, and another for, I don't know, LeBron James and, mental optimal performance or sleep stories, things like that. But anything you want to add on, Mo?
no, it's a cool. I didn't know that actually, so I was thinking how to use it for my apps in Android.
I love this, Mo. Well, we're teaching each other. And then, Mo, I'm going to take a look at that Claude setup, because I do want to talk
Yeah,
to you.
sure.
Maybe we let it, if you're open to it, I did want to do more like opening up skills with this channel, but like, hey, here's my skill if you want this skill, So if you're open to it, I would love to take you up on it, because I would love that too. All right, let's get into
Yeah,
that
for
real
sure.
quick. Sorry, go
So
for it.
I believe like sharing things is very important. I have learned a lot from this channel from you. So
Thanks, bro.
sharing this knowledge is very important, because actually without people not sharing, I would never be in this place right now, right? So it's a good to share stuff.
Thanks, man.
So yeah.
Yeah, we share, and then we'll keep certain things private, but we'll share most of it. Which that's how I feel, Mo. I'm like, I'll share the strategy. I won't share you my app. You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to keep certain things quiet. All right, let's go into this
Yes.
app. English, sure. Clicking auto swiping. Cool. Okay, I'll agree. Woo, I got to be careful what I'm letting go. This is kind of scary, Mo. I'm like, all right, this is just my test phone. All right, fine. I don't even know what I have to do here. I don't know what I'm supposed to. Okay, it needs these permissions. So I put accessibility services, agree, but then I don't know what to do here. And I don't use Android, but I have no idea what to do here. Screen overlay. Let's see if I can get this. Oh, okay. Accessibility, agree. Installed apps. Oh, man, that was confusing. So that's pretty confusing. Whatever your developer name is. So I don't. Again, I'll just say yes. Okay, that was weird. I don't know if there's a shortcut for the accessibility service, but that would help out a lot more. and this didn't turn green. I said I allowed it. See, and you said yes, but now I'm stuck. I don't know, Mo. Stuck now, bro. So I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that,
it was a storage.
and then I'm gonna do this. All right. Well, good luck, auto clicker. I couldn't get through it, so maybe there's a bug there that you're gonna have to fix. Mo, this was awesome, man.
Thank
So
you.
if the audience wants to follow up with you and say thank you for coming on, do you want to send them anywhere else? Do you want to send them anywhere? Actually, what do we have linked up? Do we have your LinkedIn or yeah, we have your LinkedIn,
LinkedIn,
Instagram,
yes.
Instagram.
Yes, both are fine to open for anyone.
Okay. And then I'll beg Mo to hopefully share his skill, his Claude skill that we can all leverage as well. Yeah. So all that Mo's Instagram and LinkedIn is linked up in your favorite podcast app and YouTube description as well. One last question that I think Adam. Okay, here, we got a couple more questions, Mo. Is that okay? Joe says,
Yes, sure.
what's the reason for you not wanting to use ads?
Okay, so for me, I focus only on, since it depends on the app itself. So the app site building is just a service, which is people would love to pay for it, not using ads for it. So ads is still a little, getting a little. So what I'm trying to say, ads is not getting you a lot of money. You need a lot of installs. So if your app not a game or not something people open every day and you pay to use it or use ads to use it, it's not good way to allow ads to use the app. For example, calorie tracker app is just used 5 times. So adding ads there, it's not like a game you put reward video or maybe banner ads. So subscription is more fit, and for me it's easier to handle as since I'm working by myself, so it's easier to focus on subscription only. It's easy to set up, easy to check, easy to understand the CPI, the ROS, because you have to track different places to know at the end if your ads is profitable or not. So that's why I'm not using it.
Simplicity. Love it. Okay. Adam says, are you targeting long tail keywords in App Store Connect keywords field directly, or are those all single word, comma separated? So for clicker, is it auto comma clicker or auto clicker comma? Auto space clicker comma.
I used to use long tail keyword, but the last month I learned this is not the best way to use it. So comma just to get different keywords and indexing different keywords actually. So comma is better. That's what I
Yeah.
have just learned last month.
And I would just say the title and subtitle is the most important. Like when I'm reviewing ASOs for my team that we're doing for clients, or even working on my own ASO through Claude, I just say, look, what are the main keywords that I'm targeting? I'll have 4 to 6 different keywords that I'm targeting, and then I make sure that they're in their title, subtitle, elsewhere. So that's what I generally do, Adam. Okay. Mo, next week we got somebody that we've been working with for a long time. We've been able to grow his app quite a bit. He's going to come on, share his success story with the B2C side of things. And then if you're interested into the B2B play, then you're going to want to pay attention to him and this episode every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific. But he's going to break down how he's able to go after universities and other places that you can sell as a license. So how do you take your B2C app and take it into the B2B market as well? All right. Thank you. That's what I thought based on Ariel's stream from App Figures. That's what he said. I think that's it. Oh, I want to thank you. I want to thank AppsFlyer, App Screens, and App Charge as well for sponsoring the show. And yeah, I mean, this has been awesome. Mo, thank you so much. Congratulations on your success.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your career as a football player as well. Thank you so much for coming on and really breaking down your strategy for us.
Thank you, Steve. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, everyone. It was awesome for me. It was amazing to be here today. Next week, I will back to my place as with the audience. So I'm looking for the next week episode. Yeah.
Awesome, brother. Well, I can't wait to have you back on next year when you've developed more of these apps. But congratulations on success. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific. I will see you guys next week. Peace out.